And good afternoon, everyone. Finally a Friday happy hour game to be exact. How's everybody doing? Hello there, Franklin. Yeah, I've got it on too with the sound off, of course. We'll see how it works. I might not be able to keep it going because my MLB package is linked to my Roku stick. So I don't know if that's going to be too much of a draw on the internet with just trying to stream and then streaming the game too. We'll see. So you guys let me know on your end. If we seem to be lagging, that's probably the reason why. And I can turn that off. Scoreless after 1 in Tampa Bay. And hello, Michael. Hello, Kenyon Gray. We're getting there, Michael. Getting into the swing of it. Meister Jaeger. Let's pop one open. Why not? We've got the Orioles at the Angels today. Second of a 2-game set. John Miller for Baltimore, Jack Sanford for California. 2 right-handers. Let's take a look at the stats here. John Miller, the spot starter for Baltimore, really. He's made 4 starts. He's 2-1 with a 4.63 ERA, 1 complete game, just 23 1/3 innings. For Sanford, 1-2 with a 5.74 ERA. This is his 4th start. He's also worked out of the pen 9 times, 31 1/3 innings. And there's the cards. You can take a look at those. Miller, on base is decent. Looks like he gives up a lot of big flies, though. How did he do in real life in that area? 15 home runs in 101 innings. Yep, that's a bit on the high side. Sanford would appear to be better against righties. Quite a bit better against righties, in fact. And let's go ahead and give you the lineup for the Orioles, and we'll get started here today on a Friday. Luis Aparicio leading it off at shortstop. Russ Snyder. I'm trying to fit all this in here now. Russ Snyder in center field in the 2 spot. Boog Powell at first base. Brooks Robinson in the cleanup spot at 3rd. Frank Robinson sitting this one out. Kurt Bluffer in left field. Davey Johnson at second base. Sam Bowens will be in right field today. He'll hit 7th. Andy Etchebarren does the catching. And Miller, the pitcher, hits 9th. Angels have Rogers catching. Infield is Seaburn, Knopp, Fregosi, and Malzone from 1st to 3rd. And Reichart, Cardinal, and Kirkpatrick left to right in the outfield. We're about ready to get underway here on a Friday happy hour game. Trying to adjust these glasses again. These are the new glasses too. This is really, there we go. That's a little better. I just lowered my seat a couple inches. That seemed to help with the cards. Reading the screens on the laptop's a little more difficult today. We'll get there. Sanford ready to go to work, ready to play ball here, and here is Luis Aparicio. He comes into the game batting .250, 2 home runs, 21 RBIs. Sanford into the windup now. 2-7, and we are underway. Aparicio lifts one into center. Cardinal ranging to his right and runs it down for the first out. I'll bet it is, Franklin. I know I'm trying to get a feel for this part, but mostly close-up so far. Here's Russ Snyder. Snyder batting .210, no home runs, 2 RBIs. Sanford into the windup. The pitch is a .211 right-handed, and Snyder bangs it the other way into left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Let's check the battery for the Angels now. Sanford is 0. Rogers with a good arm, -2. So Snyder, no threat to steal at 11. He's not held. And here's Boog Powell. Powell, the leading hitter on the Orioles at .349. Also leads the club in homers with 13. And tied with Brooks Robinson, for the RBI lead with 35, and it's close, okay? Powell and Brooks, 35. Frank Robinson, 34. Kurt Blefary, 32 runs batted in. Sanford from the stretch now. The pitch to the big left-hander is a 6-8, single to 18, grounder towards first. And that is knocked down by Seaburn, but he has no play. That's going to go as an infield single. Snyder holding at second. And the Orioles have something going here in the first inning. Howdy to Dave and Ben, who've joined us as well here in the chat. Dan Port as well. Foobarred internet for Ben. Sorry to hear that. I know how it is. Here's Brooks Robinson hitting .294, 6 home runs, 35 RBIs. Runners take their lead as Sanford delivers a 5-8 right-handed. He pops him up on the right side. Seaburn waving his arms. He'll take it. Big out there for Sanford in the first. And here's Kurt Blefary. Blefary at .308, 11 home runs, 32 RBIs. Sanford, full windup, and the pitch is a 1-5, just outside, and the bases are loaded on a 2-out walk to Blefary. To third goes Snyder, down to second Boog Powell. Bases loaded, 2 down. Here's Dave Johnson. Johnson at .254, 2 homers, 19 RBIs. Sanford getting his sign now, full windup. That's a 6-9 righty, and he walks in a run. Bases loaded, walk to Dave Johnson, and the Baltimore Orioles take an early 1-0 lead. Snyder crosses the plate, give Johnson an RBI. Back-to-back walks here by Sanford. And Rogers trotting out to the mound now, trying to settle his pitcher down. Happy hour Friday to you as well, Steve May. Yeah, good crowd on hand on the Friday game, as there usually is for this one. And fellas, I do appreciate it. Here's Bowens now. Bowens playing right field as Frank Robinson gets the day off. Sam just 7 for 44 on the season. That's a .159 average. He has 1 home run. Here's the pitch from Sanford now. It's a 5-9 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. And the Orioles settle for 1. They leave the bases loaded. After half an inning, Baltimore 1, California coming to bat. As John Miller tunes up, let's go over the Angels lineup. Jose Cardinal in center. Jim Fregosi at shortstop. Rick Reichart is in left. American League home run leader Rick Reichart, if you please. Norm Seaburn, the cleanup man at first base. Ed Kirkpatrick in right. Bobby Knopp, the second baseman. Frank Malzone will play third and hit seventh. Bob Rogers doing the catching, and Sanford the pitcher. He just may, Steve. He just may. So you're saying you're seeing an early shower and a cold one in Sanford's future. the not too distant future. Here's Cardinal to lead things off. Miller ready to go to work. Cardinal batting .219, 5 home runs, 17 RBIs. Miller with the pitch. That's a 3-9 right-handed. He pops him up right side. That's going to be Davey Johnson calling for it, and he puts it away. That'll bring up Fregosi. Fregosi, the Angels' leading hitter at .326. 6 home runs and his 28 RBIs, tied with Reichart for the team lead. Miller into the windup. The pitch to Fregosi is a 4-9 right-handed, and he lifts one the other way to right field. Bowens is there, 2 down. And here is Reichart. Reichart, .310 on the season, 14 home runs, 28 RBIs. Miller with the windup. 3-7 righty. It's a ground ball into the hole at short. Aparicio gloves it, plants and throws, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for John Miller. We played one. It's 1-0 Baltimore. Sanford takes the mound for the second. Andy Etchebarren will lead it off for Baltimore. Andy hitting .291, 6 homers, 19 RBIs. This Oriole team hitting .272 as a club with 57 home runs. Sanford into the windup. The pitch is a 5-10 right-handed. That's going to be a grounder to shortstop X. Fregosi is there. 2E36. Here's the result of that play. On a 6, he throws him out. Nice play for Fregosi. One down. Here's John Miller, right-handed batter. Sanford's pitch on a 3-11. It's a fly ball to straightaway center. Cardinal barely has to move, and he makes the catch for the second out. That'll bring up Aparicio. Flew to center his first time up. Sanford into the windup. 6-5 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to left. Aparicio weak, single to 9. Is that going to be a double? It sure is. Two-out double for Aparicio. And the batter will be Russ Snyder. Snyder singled his first time up. Sanford now checking the runner. The windup and the pitch to Snyder. It's a 2-5 right-handed, and he rips one into the right center gap. That's going to score Aparicio easily, and Snyder coasts into second with a double. So back-to-back 2-out doubles here in the second. And the Orioles lead 2-0. Runner in scoring position for Boog Powell, who singled his first time up. Sanford gets his sign. On a 4-4, grounded to third base X. Tough chance for Malzone. A 3E37. Here's the play. It's the E rating. It's a 7 on a 37, and you guessed it, he muffs it. Error on Malzone. Snyder goes to third. Now with runners at the corners and 2 down, Brooks Robinson steps to the plate. Does look like a big crowd, Franklin. Happy hour Friday, Jeremiah. That's hard to say. Runners at the corners, Sanford to Robinson. 4-6 right-handed, and he lines one into left field. Double to 7. He's going to settle for the single. That'll drive in another run. All the way to third goes Powell. Snyder crosses the plate. And it's 3-0 Baltimore. RBI single for Brooks Robinson. And here's Kurt Blefary now. Sanford rated just 5 for starter endurance. Blefary walked his first time. Sanford studying the signs. Now the pitch. It's a 1-6, and he walks him again to load the bases. That is 3 base on balls issued by Sanford now. Rogers out to the mound again, and they're going to get busy already in the California pen. Largely a right-handed lineup. Lou Burdette unavailable. And even though it's early in the game, Bob Lee, who needs some work, starts throwing. Bases loaded, 2 down. The batter is Davy Johnson. Sanford's ready to go now. The windup. The pitch to Johnson is a 2-6 righty. Single into center field. Cardinal ranging to his left. One run will score. They're waving Robinson around. He will score. All the way to third, Blefary, and the Orioles have blown it open in the second inning. How about that? 4 runs in the inning makes the score 5-0 now. And with Bowens coming to bat, the Orioles bat around here in the second. Lee getting ready in a hurry now. Sanford pitching to Bowens on a 2-10 righty. Called strike 3. Bowens fans for the second time. Baltimore, 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 left. 1, 2, that should have been the third out. So 2 outs, a double, an RBI double. That should have been the third out. 3 of the runs unearned. Small consolation to Sanford and to the home crowd. 5-0 Baltimore here. John Miller takes the mound for the bottom of the inning. Looks like Colorado scored. I see it on my screen now. Norm Seaburn will lead it off for the Angels. Seaburn on the year just 202, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. John Miller into the windup. Comes in there with a 6-7, and Seaburn ground ball right side through into right field for a leadoff single. Hard hit grounder into right, and Seaburn's aboard to lead off the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Ed Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick at 184 on the year, 2 homers, 5 RBIs, left-handed hitter. Miller working from the stretch now. Pitch to Ed is a 5-2 lefty, grounder second base X. This could be 2. Johnson at 225. Here's the play on a 3. He's there, makes a diving stop, flips it from the glove to Aparicio, steps on the bag, fires to Powell. Double play. Oh my God, was that a pretty play. Johnson robs Kirkpatrick of a base hit and turns it into a double play. That's a 4-6-3X web jam. And welcome Jimmy Jam, who's entered the chat. 2 down, nobody on, and here's Knopp. Knopp hitting 217, 3 homers, 14 RBIs as Miller comes set. Pitch to Bobby's a 3-5, struck him out. No runs a hit, nobody left. 2 innings in the books, it's 5-0 Orioles. Orioles riding a 3-game winning streak. Angels have dropped 2 in a row, including, of course, the first game of this 2-game series. We move to the third, Andy Etchebarren will lead it off for the Orioles. Oh, on this day, is this day in history, Jeremiah? You're speaking real life, of course, I assume, right? J.R. Richard got his first career win on this day. Etchebarren grounded to short to lead off the second. Now he'll lead off the third. Sanford with the pitch. It's a 2-2, just a bit outside, and Etchebarren takes the walk. Fourth walk issued now by Sanford. Miller a B bunter. They're going to pull it in as Miller squares to bunt as a C. 10C, he hits a little bit too hard back to the mound. Sanford turns and goes down to second and gets the lead man. One down, here's Aparicio. Sanford checks the runner, now from the stretch. It's a 2-7 right-handed. Right in the heart of his good column, he lifts a lazy fly ball to center. Cardinal is there to make the catch. And a shout out to Bill Ivemy, who's entered the room. Two down runner at first. Here's Russ Snyder. Snyder 2 for 2 already. Sanford with the pitch. It's a 4-6 left-handed, and that is laced into right field. 1 to 10 extra bases, and on the 10 it will be a double. Stopping at third is Miller. Russ Snyder 3 for 3. The batter will be Boog Powell. Bob Lee is ready in the California pen. Sanford, the pitch to Powell is a 5-8 left-handed grounder second base. Knopp has it, throws him out, and Sanford escapes further damage. For the Orioles, no runs, a hit, 2 left. Go to the bottom of the third, and the score the same. And that'll probably be it for Sanford. He's shown absolutely nothing today, and he's due to bat third in the bottom of the third. Churio, I love that Churio. Rough first day, though. Well, it's a long season. Bottom third of the order for the Angels. Frank Malzone will start things off. He's just 5 for 25 so far without an extra base hit. Miller into the windup. Pitch to Malzone, 5-12 righty. It's a high fly ball to left. Going back is Bluffer. He's on the track and makes the catch just shy of the wall. Bob Buck Rogers stepping to the plate. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Rogers hitting .221, 2 homers, 13 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Miller. It's a 2-7 righty. He gets one to straightaway center. Snyder backing up a bit and hauls it in. And we're going to go ahead and bat for Sanford. If he was pitching decently at all, I'd let him bat with 2 outs and nobody on early in the game. But in 3 innings of work, 7 hits, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, 5 runs, 2 of them earned. And early in the game, who are we going to use? It will not be Satriano. We'll hold back their better hitters for later in the game. And we're going to send up the left-handed hitter, Willie Smith, to hit here. Smith pinch hit in this game in real life as well. Although that's not why I'm using him here. Ouch, Dan. Smith on the season, 6 for 35. Miller with the pitch. It's a 1-7 fly to right field, backing up is Bowens, and he's there to make the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for John Miller. So Miller's faced the minimum through 3. He's just given up 1 hit. After 3 complete, 5-0 Orioles. A product of the analytics, really. And as I said many times, I credit Earl Weaver being the grandfather of this style. All right, they are going to bring in Lee. Lee getting some work. Lee has 6 of the team's 7 saves, 14 appearances, and a 1.25 ERA. It'll be Robinson, Blefary, and Johnson for Baltimore here in the 4th. Brooks Robinson 1 for 2 today. Bob Lee ready to work into the windup. Pitch to Brooks is a 5-5, and he walks him. Yeah, I saw that, Bill. Is that something or what? Some guy said on the YouTube, it's just another opening day. Another opening day homer for Tyler O'Neill. Oh, I wouldn't put too much into that yet, Franklin. All they've been trying to do for years now is try to hit home runs for the most part. Blefary, who's walked twice, stands in from the left side. Lee gets his sign. From the stretch, it's going to be a 6-7 left-handed swung on and missed, strike 3. So Blefary down on strikes. That's going to bring up Davy Johnson. Johnson a walk and a single, 3 ribbies for Davy so far. Lee from the stretch on a 6-3 right-handed is a fly to left field X. That's Reichart. Going back on it is Reichart, a 3-9. Here's the play on a 3. He's not going to get it. That drops in for a base hit. All the way to third goes Brooks Robinson. And the Orioles have runners at the corners with 1 out. So far the change in pitchers not making much difference. And here's Sam Bowens. And deservedly so, Bill. Bowens has struck out both times. That was against Sanford. Infield at double play depth as Lee delivers to the plate on a 1-9. Struck him out. And it's the hat trick for Sam Bowens. 2 strikeouts for Lee in the inning, and the batter will be Echebarren. Lee checks the runners, gets the sign. The pitch to Andy is a 111 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back his right card at the track, at the wall. Caught at the base of the wall. Oh, Andy Etchebarren gave it a ride, but it'll go as a loud out to left. And the Orioles strand a pair. I just ordered some stuff online today too. I forgot. I should have thrown that book in there. Right, Dan? Me too. That's funny you would say that. Red Fox. Top of the order for the Angels. Jose Cardinal 0 for 1. Miller into the windup now. Here's the pitch. It's a 5-5 right-handed. That ball is belted to left. Going back is Bleffery at the track, off the wall. Cardinal into second standing with a leadoff double. 5-5 homer to 14. And it's off the wall for a leadoff double. Here's Fregosi now. Miller checks the runner. The pitch to Fregosi on a 1-11. A grounder down to third. Brooks Robinson looks the runner back and throws him out. That'll bring up American League home run leader Rick Reichard. Miller staring in. The windup. The pitch. 4-7 right-handed. Did he go around? Check at first base? He did not. That's going to be a walk to Reichard. Angels trying to get something going here in the bottom of the fourth. First and second, one away, and here's Norm Seaburn. Seaburn singled in the second. One of just 2 Angel hits so far. Miller studying the signs. From the stretch, 2-10. It's a foul ball back at the plate. Etchebarren throws the mask aside and puts it away. 2 down. Jammed him. And it'll be up to Kirkpatrick. Bounced into a double play his first time up. The pitch from Kirkpatrick is a 2-5. Called strike 3. Kirkpatrick slams the bat down in frustration. And the Angels come up empty again. No runs, a hit, 2 left. That's a good question, Bill. Let's see if it does. Total, let's see, California total stats. Yes, it does. I'll be darned. Anything in particular you'd like to know with that information? Bob Lee in his second inning of work. Let's see what else it has. It also has home, road, day, night, and by the month. Of course, day, night kind of... Well, that actually would... Nah, that doesn't mean anything. I mean, it would be accurate since I'm following the schedule in the game program. But I don't think it really means anything. And for those who don't know, and most of you do, I'm sure, the stat program I'm using is simply the Strat-O-Matic Windows game under manual entry. Here's John Miller to lead things off here in the fifth. Bob Lee with the pitch. That's going to be a 4-4 right-handed. It's catcher's card. That's going to be Rogers. Rogers a good catcher, 2E3. The result of that play on an 8 is a pop out to the catcher. Here is Aparicio. Luis, 1 for 3, doubled in the second. Flew to center twice. Lee with the pitch. 1-5 right-handed, ground ball towards the middle. Fregosi is there, turns and throws in time. 2 down, and Russ Snyder will be the hitter. Snyder 3 for 3 today with a pair of doubles. Lee with the pitch. 5-8 left-handed, grounder second base X. That is the Gold Glover Knopf, 1E17, ranging behind the bag on a 4. He makes a diving stop to his feet, throws in time, and it's a beauty by Knopf. That'll be a web gem. 4-3X exclamation, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bob Lee. Halfway through, it's 5-0 Orioles. I will be here tomorrow. There will be a Saturday game. I'll play another half an inning. And then I'm going to get another cup of coffee. Knopf, Malzone, and Rogers in the bottom of the fifth. Bobby Knopf struck out his first time against Miller. Miller gets the sign. Here's the pitch on a 1-4. He loses in ball 4. Second walk issued by Miller. That leads off the bottom of the fifth. Knopf no threat to run, and here's Frank Malzone now. Miller now out of the stretch. 6-4 righty to Malzone. It's a fly to center field X. Tough chance for Snyder. 3E6. Ranging to his left on a 19. He makes a nice running catch for the out. One down, and the batter will be Rogers. Pitcher's spot due next. Miller from the stretch. It's a 5-9 left-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. 2 outs early. They're going to let Lee bat. Right-handed hitter, he's a 1. 4-7, and he walks him. Second walk of the inning, third of the game for John Miller, and that'll get Jose Cardinal to the plate. Cardinal 1 for 2 today. Miller checks the runners. The pitch to Cardinal is a 2-6, and that's belted into left field. Sharply hit line drive, double to 2, and it's going to be a double. Bluffery juggled it a little bit. That will allow Knopf to round and score. All the way to third is Lee, and Cardinal in with his second double. Miller's rated 6 for endurance, so that's not an issue here in the fifth. It's 5-1 now. And the Angels' best hitter so far, Fregosi at the plate. Second and third, 2 down, bottom of the fifth. Miller to Fregosi. The windup, the pitch, 6-7 right-handed. Ground ball towards third base. Brooks Robinson. Oh, he almost got that single. Single one on a 2. Robinson makes a fine play, goes down the short way to Johnson for the force, and that'll do it. Whoops, no, there is no force. Excuse me. That'll just be a straight 5-3. Either way, it retires the side. The Angels settle for a run on a hit, and they leave 2 in scoring position. And the chance goes a begging. Yeah, exactly, Bill. I mean, I knew it did those things. I didn't know if it did them in manual entry. In my keeper leagues, I often look how guys have done against certain opponents of mine. Like, you know what I mean, your arch rivals, right? And I do tend to ride a hot hand when I'm playing competitively. I mean, the card may say one thing, but if it's working, you keep doing it. Okay. I'm going to go get another. That's right. Well, that was kind of a bummer. There wasn't very much left. I'll have to make a pod here in another inning. And we go to the 6th. Bob Lee, rated 3 for endurance. He's in his first endurance inning here, facing the heart of the Orioles lineup. That makes sense, Ben. Thinks Cardinal does. Let's take a look. Let's see. Cardinal against Baltimore, 2 for 9 with a home run. Boog Powell lead it off here in the 6th. Powell 1 for 3 today. Lee getting the sign from Rogers. Here's the windup and the pitch now. It's a 4-8 left-handed, and he walks him. Orioles very patient today. They've now drawn 6 walks. Either the O's are very patient, or the Angels pitchers are very wild. Take your pick. Yeah, Mookie got my coffee, exactly. Here's Brooks, 1 for 2 with the walk. Lee from the stretch now. Pitch to Brooks is a 5-12 righty, grounder to first base X. Tough chance for Seaburn, a 4-E-10. Here's the play. That's going to be on a 7 E-range. A 7 on a 10. Seaburn gloves it down to Fregosi for 1. Back to first. 3-6-3 double play. Nice play by Seaburn. And 2 down, and the batter will be Bluffery. I actually have, Jeremiah. I'm not quite sure how I would film it, for lack of a better word. Get it on camera. The one I really would like to do, I know you can directly do it on Streamlabs too. I just don't know how to do it. The one I would like to do would be to replay the 1919 World Series. I have that set on my computer, but they don't make that set in cards and carded, you know what I mean. They don't make cards for that year yet. Surprisingly, I can't believe they don't. Lee, with the bases empty and 2 down, pitches to Bluffery here. It's a 3-7 righty, single to 2, liner toward second. And Canop makes the catch, side retired. No runs, no hits, no one left. Hello, Astros. Welcome aboard. Right, Dan? Yeah, I've always wanted to replay that one. I bought the set with the express idea of doing that, and I still haven't done it. But it's been on my mind for a long time. Let's just put it that way. Bottom of the 6th, here's Reichert to lead it off. Heart of the order for California. Miller, his first inning of potential fatigue. Reichert 0 for 1 with a walk. Miller gets the sign from Echeverria. Here's the pitch on a 2-10. He hits him, rolling for the ejection chart, and Reichert will take his base. Reichert a star 15, Miller a terrible hold, +6, most it can be is 5. Reichert 20, held at 18. Trailing by 4, you normally don't, but 18, come on. He's trying for the lead. 2 through 6 are 12. It's a 9, he does not get the lead. Next pitch to Seaborn. 4-6 lefty, single into right field. They're waving Reichert to third, and the Angels have him cornered with nobody out in the 6th. The hit by pitch, of course, does not count against Miller's fatigue. People divided on whether it should or not. I can see both sides of that one. I kind of think it should. But we're playing straight by the straight rules here. The straight strat rules, that is. And the Orioles are going to get somebody up anyway. Right, switch. Retaina pitched in real life, as did Grabowski. I'm going to check the Orioles usage display here. Grabowski 93. Not a crucial situation yet, so trying to spread the work out. And with that in mind, Eddie Watt begins tossing in the Orioles pen. Runners at the corners, nobody out for Kirkpatrick. Miller staring in. From the stretch, on a 5-10 lefty, it's catcher's card X. That's going to be Echeverria. 2E6. And here's the result of the play. On a 2, it's a pop-up. Echeverria throws the mask away and makes the catch. Runners will hold, and there's one away. Here's Canop now. 0 for 1 with the walk. Infield at double play depth as Miller comes to the plate. 6-7 righty, a grounder down to third base. Single on a 1, fielded by Robinson. He goes to Johnson for 1 to first, not in time, and a run will score on the 5-4 force. Reichert comes in to score to make it 5-2, give Canop an RBI. And the batter will be Malzone. Canop takes his lead from first. Miller from the stretch. 5-9 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Down goes Malzone, and down go the Angels in the 6th. Whoops, they did get a run. And after 6 innings complete, it's 5-2 Orioles. Lee is going to Iron Man it today and go for his 4th inning of work. Davey Johnson will lead things off. He is 2 for 2 with a walk. Lee with the windup. 2-8 right-handed. Ground ball shortstop. Fregosi. Routine play over to Seaburn. 1 down. That'll bring up Sam Bowens. Bowens has struck out all 3 times today. Lee into the windup. Comes in there with a 5-8 righty. Second base X. That's Knopf. 1E17, ranging to his left on a 9, the E range. It's a 12 on a 17. This could be interesting. Knopf with a nice stop, throws him out. Nice play, Knopf. Well, at least Bowens got the bat on the ball that time. And here's Echeverrin. Lee with the pitch. That's going to be a 1-7 righty. Called strike 3. That'll do it. A fine relief outing for Bob Lee. As we stretch for the 7th, it's 5-2 Baltimore. We can go ahead and close the book on Lee. Due to bat 2nd in the bottom of the inning. Four scoreless innings for Lee, just 1 hit. 2 walks, and 3 Ks. Warming up in the Angel pen, the lefty Clyde Wright. And we'll take a short break here. I'll get my pot of coffee. And we're going to fire up the Mookie can. You bet we are. I do not see him. Oh, I do see him. He's right there. He's on the bed. His bed. Next to the cat tower. Here, we'll go around and try to see his face. Yeah, see, there's my game, which apparently I can stream Roku and stream YouTube at the same time, so that's good to know. How you doing, Mookie? Nice relaxing day for you? Yeah? Just staring outside? Yeah. Yeah, it's a good boy. Yeah. Where's that other thing? No, he's not going to chase it. He says, yeah, I kind of want it, but I'm not that energetic. Okay, get her lined up there. And back to the game. The Mook. All right, it's going to be Rogers, a pinch hitter, and Cardinal in the bottom of the 7th for the Angels. Rogers 0 for 2, batting left-handed. Miller in his second endurance inning. It's a 5-9 left-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. Rogers down swinging for the second time today, and now we'll have a batter for Lee. And that's going to be Shaw. Paul Shaw will bat for the pitcher. Shaw hitting .248, 33 for 133, but 30 walks, which would give him, where's my secondary? That doesn't tell you anything. Miscellaneous sabermetric. Okay, he has a, ready? Where is Shaw? A 392 on base. Miller with the pitch. 5-3 righty. That's driven hard to left field. Going back is Bluffery. At the track, at the wall, it's gone. Paul Shaw with a pinch hit home run. It makes it a 2-run ball game. And with the top of the order coming up, Bauer's headed out to the mound, and that's going to do it for, well, wait a minute. Looks like Bauer didn't bring the hook with him this time. He's going to pitch to Cardinal with one down. Cardinal 2 for 3, 2 doubles. Miller gets the sign. He must have convinced Bauer that he's okay. Here's the pitch. 3-4 righty, he walks him. And Bauer coming out again, and this time he is bringing the hook. So he gave him one more batter. He walked him. And that'll be it for Miller. Eddie Watt coming in. Six and a third for Miller. My pleasure. Ah, thank you, Steve. Yes, yes. See how bad my memory is? One of the reasons I let him have another batter is I looked up and saw he led off the next inning, and I'd already forgotten that. That's going to be an easy double switch for the Orioles, however. With Frank Robinson on the bench, he'll come in, and Bowens will exit with the pitcher going in his spot. Watt on the season. He's been in 13 games, 1-0 with a save, and it's amazing. 0.45 ERA across 20 innings of work. He's given up just 14 hits in those 20 innings. I'm generally reticent to change catchers. I'll do it every once in a while. Oh, hell's bells. That was bound to happen. is it, Mikey? Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. Bear with me. Man, I gotta sweep this part of the floor. Okay. Let's get the table back in position. Hang on, we had a trivia question and I missed it. Bill got it right away. Dick Radats. And hello, Larry Waters. Saw a multi-answer trivia question recently. It was home run leaders by decade since the 50s. I know who it was in the 50s. And I think I know who it was in the 70s. Duke Snyder in the 50s, and I would think Mike Schmidt in the 70s. Exactly, Franklin. Okay, where are we here? Runner at first, one down. Eddie Watts ready to go to work against Jim Fregosi, who's 0 for 3 on the day. Watt with the pitch. On a 3-10 right-handed, and he pops him up left side. That's going to be Aparicio making the catch, and there's 2 away. It'll be up to Reichart. 0 for 1, walked and was hit by the pitch his last time up. Watt gets the sign. 3-11 righty, and he walks him. So Reichardt's been on 3 times today without the aid of a hit. And the tying runs are aboard. 5-3 is the score. First and second, 2 down, bottom of the 7th, and the batter will be Seaburn. Seaburn's 2 for 3 on the day. And the Angels have climbed back into this one. Watt trying to slam the door. The pitch to Seaburn. 1-8 righty. Base hit into center field. That's an open single. Cardinal rounding. 17, 19. Snyder a +2. The most it can be is 19. They're going to cut it off and hold Reichart to second. So Cardinal scores easily on the RBI single by Seaburn. And suddenly it's a 5-4 ball game. The 60s one really has me curious. Schmidt, not the 70s, but for the 80s. Okay. And it's not Mays or Aaron. I tell you, the 60s is a stumper. Someone already guessed. Joel's here. Joel guessed Killebrew. That would have been my next guess. Kirkpatrick, first and second, 2 down. Watt with the pitch. It's a 6-4 lefty grounder to short X. That should do it. Aparicio, a 118. And here's the play on a 20. He's got it. Steps on the bag for the force, and that'll do it. The Angels score 2 on 2 hits and leave 2. After 7 complete, it's a 5-4 ball game. Orioles lead. It was Hartman. All right. Clyde Wright will take the mound here in the 8th. And Frank Robinson, who came in the double switch, will lead things off. What the heck happened to my stats here? Frank Robinson batting .313, 12 homers, 34 RBIs. We still haven't done the 70s, that's right. Not Reggie. Not Schmidt. Well, I'm going to keep playing. I'll let you guys guess. I can't think of anybody else in the 70s. Wright pitching now to Frank Robinson. Here's the windup and the pitch. There you go. I think Ben just nailed it. On a 1-4 lefty, it's a high fly ball to deep left field. Reichart heads back and then just looks up and watches it go. And a huge insurance run for Baltimore. Frank Robinson with his 13th home run of the season. .6-4 the score now, and here's Aparicio. Right with the windup. The pitch is a 5-4 righty. Ground ball third base X. That's going to be Malzone. .337. Tough chance for Malzone. It's the E range. A 7 on a 37, and it's off of his glove. Second error for Malzone. I forgot to dot in the first one, but there it is. Second inning. Wright, a -3 hold. Aparicio, a star 17 base stealer. -2 arm for Rogers makes him a 12. They won't need to hold him. And the batter will be Snyder. Snyder 3 for 4 with a pair of doubles. Right set. The pitch on a 3-6. Called strike 3. Yes, they were, Joel. God, those are nice cards, too, aren't they? Miguel Cabrera. Or, Powell batting against Wright. The left-hander winds and deals on a 2-4. Struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Wright. Aparicio still standing at first base. With 2 away, the batter will be Brooks Robinson. Wright ready to work now. The pitch to Brooks on a 6-8 right-handed. That is banged into left center. Triple to 6. It's a 2-star single. To third goes Aparicio. That's going to get Bleffery to the plate. And what will probably be his last at bat of the day. Bleffery 0 for 2, walked twice. Not Miguel Cabrera, huh? Oh. Played for many teams. Right pitching to Bleffery, left on left. It's a 6-6 grounder to second, Knopp to Seaburn, and that'll do it. The Orioles get an insurance run on the Frank Robinson home run. Now we're going to have a defensive change for Baltimore, as Paul Blair will come on for Bleffery. He'll take over in center. Bleffery made the last out. And Snyder will move to left. (2E5 -1). And I believe Snyder is a 2 in left. Eddie Watt will start the inning. Stu Miller starts to warm up in the Orioles' pen. Short leash for Watt, most likely here. Wow, Nelson Cruz. That's actually surprising to me. I don't know why. It shouldn't be. It's going to be Knopp, Malzone, and Rogers. If anybody gets on, a pinch hitter. Bobby 0 for 2 with the walk. Watt set now. The windup, the pitch is a 2-3. That's going to called strike 3. They checked with the first base umpire. He went around. Wait, how could he go around if it's a called strike 3? Get in the game, Steve. Well, I effed that one up. Oh well. On to Malzone, 0 for 3. The pitch from Eddie Watt. 1-2, grounder shortstop. Aparicio charges it on the run, throws to Powell. 2 outs quickly here in the 8th. And that'll bring up Rogers. '40s. Ted, no, he was played before then. Rogers batting left-handed. Watt with the windup. 6-7 left-handed. Second base X. Tough chance for Davy Johnson. 2E25 ranging up the middle. On an 8, the E range. It's a 9 on a 25, and he makes a fine stop. Throws him out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Hall. Nice play, Davy Johnson. After 8 complete, it's 6-4 Orioles. I want to thank all you guys for hanging out with me here on a Friday. Let's have a show of hand. Who's already into happy hour? I'm not there yet, of course. It's only 2:40 out west. But I'll be joining you all later. Ralph Kiner in the 40s. That's even more impressive when you realize that that ballpark did not do Ralph Kiner any favors. In a close ball game, with right-handers due up, the Angels are going to make a pitching change. They'll also do a double switch. They're going to bring in Mini Rojas. Unfortunately for them, I already used Shaw, or we could double switch at third base. Maybe we can anyway. No, that's awful. Yikes. Not a whole lot of places I can do it. We could take Kirkpatrick out, I suppose. That's what we're going to do. So Rojas will go in Kirkpatrick's spot. In the 9 spot, Jimmy Pearsall will come in and play right. Wright worked an inning, gave up 2 hits and a run, the homer to Robinson, no walks, 2 Ks. That's excellent, Dan. Good for you, I say. Cheers, man. Johnson, the pitcher's spot, and Echebarren. With Stu Miller ready to go in the pen, most likely we're going to see a pinch hitter for Eddie Watt. So here's Johnson to lead it off. Mini Rojas ready to go to work. The windup, the pitch to Johnson on a 5-4 right-handed catcher's card. That's going to be Rogers. 2-E-3. On a 2, it's a pop out to the catcher. Now batting for Watt. Will be Woody Held. He also played in this game in real life. Held on the season, 5 for 20, 2 doubles. Rojas with the windup. The pitch to Held is a 5-9, fly to right field playable. Pearsall, just inserted into the game, drifts over to handle it, and there's 2 down. And the batter will be Andy Echebarren. Echebarren 0 for 3 today with a walk. Rojas gets the sign. 2-6 righty, fly to left. Can of corn for Reichard. He's under it now and puts it away to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 9th in a 6-4 game. Stu Miller coming on for Baltimore. And before we go to the bottom of the 9th, let's clean this up a little bit. Five hits, 4 runs charged to Miller. He walked 3, 4, and hit a batter. Bit wild today for John Miller. Struck out 4. Watt in his 2 innings. 1 hit, no runs. A walk and a K. And we're up to date. And Pearsall's going to lead it off. I don't remember that, Michael. Did he wear a tinfoil hat? Did he think the aliens were coming? Let's see if this dropped one is working okay. Pop the cap right off of it. Seems to be fine. Okay, here's Pearsall to lead it off. Pearsall, 326 on the season, 14 for 43. 3 doubles, 1 run batted in. Miller ready to go to work. Here's the windup. That's a 2-9 right-handed. Struck him out. Pearsall down on strikes. And here's Jose Cardinal. 2 for 3 with a walk today, a pair of doubles. Miller gets the sign. The windup and the pitch. 1-5. Struck him out. Miller fans 2, and the Angels down to their last out. And it's Jim Fregosi. 6-4, bottom of the 9th. Miller takes a deep breath. Now the windup. The pitch to Fregosi. 2-7 righty. Struck out the side, and that's the game. Now that's what I call a save there. Holy cow. More like a modern day save, right? (6-4) the final. Orioles sweep the short 2-game set from the Angels, and I'll have the totals for you in just a moment. Thank you, Kenyon. He was a little crazy, was he, Michael? I did not know that about Pearsall. Yeah, Dan, he hit the right column, but 1, 2, 3 strikeouts for Miller. Rojas, he worked a 1, 2, 3 inning as well. No strikeouts. Sanford takes the loss. He's 1-3. John Miller with the win improves to 3-1. And for Stu Miller, he gets the save. That is his, where is he? That is his 8th save of the season. So Miller and Miller today for the Orioles. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Franklin. Thank you, everybody. Player of the game suggestions, anybody? Orioles win it with 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors. Angels 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. Franklin likes Snyder. Steve likes Stu Miller. I kind of like Davey Johnson. 2 for 4 with a walk, 3 runs batted in. Dan likes Snyder with the 3 hits as well. You know what? I'll go with you guys. You outvoted me. Player of the game, Russ Snyder. 3 hits, a pair of doubles. 2 runs and a ribby. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Wait a second. I do, don't I? Okay, so Watt. Thank you. Watt 1 2/3. That's right. Miller struck out Rogers to begin the inning. Thank you, Larry. Let's see what we got on tap for tomorrow. It's going to be the New York Yankees at the Chicago White Sox. Bob Friend for the Yankees, Tommy John for the White Sox. Same time, 1:30, 4:30. Please join me tomorrow, and if you don't, have a great weekend either way. I'm going to get something to eat, so I'm out of here. Have a great evening, everybody. Thanks for watching. Take care.